that fret in the voice of Craftsman.
This ain't gonna end up good.
Oh, big hit. Gus Dean driving for Timmy Hill and the Hill brothers this weekend.
Here's right along with Gray. Look at the Gray's what he's trying to look at. And was that a small hit from Austin Hill? Just a small little itty-bitty hit as they were coming onto the straightaway.
Certainly was abrupt, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. You can see it blows the fender off the truck. Wow. Hard contact. Combination of...
Piling up on the outside. Johnny Sauter involved, as is Tanner Gray. Grant Infinger, one of our playoff drivers in that 23 truck.
All on the line. These guys are pushing. They're not worried about it anymore. About saving this or saving that. This is wide open. 3, 4 wide. Everybody's changing lanes. Besides, sideways is the leader on the inside.
Oh, Ben Rhodes trying to keep it gathered up. Some contact, and now around goes Friesen.
Will they stay green?
Ankrum is around as well.
So is Enkes. Oh, the yellow is out.
Gilliland leads with Fogelman third, and they're wrecking behind them. Still green, coming to the end.
Now, but I'm going to go back to what he said before the race. He said, I was on my first four teammates. Oh, and he goes
it's
around.
A big hit. Hocevar involved in it as well. Friesen is involved.
I'm just throwing my clipboard down right now.
Early.
Oh, there we go. Sheldon Creed.
Hang on to it, buddy. That is going to jumble up everybody up front. Good save.
Oh,
no.
Big accident deeper in the field.
The accordion effect wiped out huge. There's Zane Smith. Oh,
Joe
man.
Nemechek.
Playoff drivers involved in that one.
Experience as you come, guys, in communication sometimes is it.
Oh, there it is. It's Austin Hill and Zane Smith.
There's going to be more, too, man.
The big one.
More and more trucks keep piling in. There is nowhere to go now. And you can't even go through the grass because it'll just rip the splitter.
Oh! Sauter at the 4 of Raphael Lassard. The young Canadian, the 19-year-old from Quebec, gets his first career win.
They're still green, and Nemechek makes a move to the inside.
To the bottom. John Hunter Nemechek getting a push, trying to make it to the line. Fogelman is behind him. Fogelman wants to make a move. Can Tate Fogelman do it? He wrecks Nemechek, and it's Fogelman. Tate Fogelman wins.
Wow, and the truck is now destroyed.
Thorsport. Here they come into the tri-oval.
Gotta stay bottom lane,
Rhodes in the lead. Wreck to the outside. Rhodes still there, trying to hold off. And the yellow and the checkers fly, and is it Brett Holmes? Holmes on the outside line, and I think he did it. It's official, the 25 of Matt DiBenedetto, the winner at Talladega, his first career win.
That's just the way owning one of these NASCAR teams work. One guy out, one guy celebrating the victory lane.
Well, and with the accident happening behind them, it would have been interesting to have seen Lassard and Trevor Bay maybe battle it out to the finish. But Lassard gets that opportunity to do the burnout.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Talladega Super Speedway for the second race in our Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. Round of 8 is you're underway with with Ben Rhodes and Brett Moffitt on the front rows. You're green and underway here at Talladega in the Love's RV Stop 250. Which one of our Craftsman Truck Series playoffs drivers can possibly advance themselves to the championship four with a win today, or will we have a brand new upset winner like you would typically see at Talladega? Ben Rhodes, Christian Eckes, two of our championship contenders, running 1-2 on the inside lane, leading this race early on this opening lap of racing. The question is, can they hold on and bring home the victory? Rhodes right now leads over Eckes, who's 3 wide, with Brett Moffitt in the 34, making one off start, and the 13 of Haley Deegan having a tremendous run for her up here inside the top 5 in contention early in this race, but you got to be there at the end on lap 104 here at Talladega to be in contention for the win and to have a true good run. As Rhodes leading Eckes, but Eckes to the inside lane. You got trucks going to the wall back there. That is Greg Van Alice. As now Eckes going to lead. Here comes the 9 of Colby Howard back there. Rhodes maintains the lead as they are now 4 wide for second. Deegan, Eckes, Howard, and Clay Greenfield in contention. How about this? What a wild start to this race here in Talladega. 4 wide, multiple trucks up on the wall behind us. We got a train of trucks in the wall as Deegan, Jake Drew, Tyler Ankrum, Moffitt is back there, Dean in the wall, but Rhodes now is a comfortable gap back to Clay Greenfield, Zane Smith, and Colby Howard, the next 3 trucks behind him, trying to mount a charge. And this already crazy start to this race. Trucks on the wall back there. Rhodes has a huge lead. Everyone else getting a big run on him down this back straightaway. He's like a Friesen, Zane Smith, Corey Heim, Majeski. 4 of our championship contenders all around each other, trying to get up into contention, get some track position, fight for this win. As Zane Smith powers into 4th, is up ahead. Colby Howard's going for the race lead with the help of Christian Eckes, trying to get around Ben Rhodes, and that's what they might just do here. Is Rhodes on the high side, Howard on the inside, and down the front stretch, Colby Howard is going to take the lead here at Talladega from Ben Rhodes, try to spoil the playoff party, but Eckes in the 19, he's right there as well, trying to go for the lead as they go into 1 and 2. We have a tremendous battle shaping up here at the Talladegas, as it is getting intense early in this race at Talladega, but we always have that lurking threat of the big one. As now it is Eckes who is taking the lead, has cleared Colby Howard, but on the inside of him comes the 15 of Tanner Gray with help from Grant Empfinger, and how about the 28 of Brian Doza being shoved to the front by Raja Caruth. They are hauling the mail. They're up here in contention, duking it out with all the big boys here for the win. How about Brian Doza to the lead at Talladega in the FDNY Chevrolet. Doza takes the lead, followed by the 15 of Tanner Gray. Roger Caruth hosts a whole bunch of trucks trained by on the inside. Behind us, we got trouble. Around goes Daniel Dye. Corey Heim in the wall. Friesen is in it. Rhodes, Majeski involved, and Taylor Gray also. Big damage, and the caution comes out for the first time. Multiple championship contenders involved. I can already count 5 right there. Corey Heim, Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, Stuart Friesen is 4. And then Taylor Gray piles in at the end, making it 5 of our 8 championship contenders here involved in this first wreck at Talladega. You see, the 11 of Corey Heim actually here is going to get turned off the nose of Jake Garcia into Daniel Dye, and Daniel Dye goes spinning back into Heim, sends him up into Rhodes and Majeski, nowhere to go. They get clipped. Daniel Dye sends Friesen into it, and hard hits for Friesen, Heim, and Rhodes, who had led so many laps. Majeski, see the 17 Taylor Gray just clips his teammate of Heim, and that could cost Taylor Gray dearly, as he came into this race second on the playoff grid, had a very good shot making the championship 4, but wrecking out early doesn't help his case. But this hard crash here on lap 3 is going to take out Friesen, Rhodes, Heim, Taylor Gray out of this race. That's already 4 championship contenders who are going to DNF from this one crash. As meanwhile, back at the front, your race leader is Brian Doza in the 28 truck. How about that? As then we went to lap 9, Brian Doza leading, Carson Hocevar on the inside, trying to take the lead away on this restart. Got help from Dean Thompson. Here comes Carson Hocevar going for the lead here in Talladega, making his move. Doza gets hung out in the middle now, as Hocevar will now take the lead over the 22 truck of Jason M. White, trying to make a move behind Hocevar. He'll go to the bottom. Ryan Vargas is there. Matt Crafton in the mix. They are still 4 wide, nearly 5 wide for third. What a battle here at Talladega. Jason White will lead that lap over Hocevar, as this incredible battle continues here at Talladega. Crafton now on the inside of Jason White. Crafton will take the lead. Hocevar's the over there. Whoa. Sawallick is going to turn. Chandler Smith behind us. The 25 Chandler Smith spinning into the pack. Kligerman is involved. Doza collected. Hard hits Garcia. Here comes, Greg Van Alf slams Parker Kligerman. A vicious hit. Brett Holmes is in it. The 41 of Bailey Curry is collected with huge damage. Brian Doza, who led a couple of laps early in this race, gets taken out as a huge crash. Look at that lick for Parker Kligerman. Gets lit up by Greg Van Alst in a hellacious crash. You see, so it all starts with the 1 of William Sawallick and the 25 of Chandler Smith. Sawallick turns Chandler Smith. Chandler saves it, and Sawallick turns him again and wipes him up the racetrack. Wipes him out up the racetrack. Nowhere for Kligerman, Garcia, or Doza to go. They get collected. Brett Holmes gets wiped out, and you see the 20 of Van Al. Sam Kligerman. We have a whole nother crash happening up here. Well, what is going on? We had a whole separate crash, it looks like, up ahead of us. Absolute mayhem breaking out here at Talladega here in this early portions of the race. Trucks are crashing everywhere in a chaotic turn of events. Let's look at that hit by Kligerman. Damn, that was a hard lick. Then up ahead of us here, it looks like, trouble. Nick Sanchez in the 2 is in a crash. Jake Drew involved. Jason M. White, Ryan Vargas, Dean Thompson, Clay Greenfield collect. Looks like the Zane Smith was involved. So far, all of our championship contenders have been involved in an accident today. Unbelievable. I cannot believe this is the way this is going. What a wild turn of events here at Talladega. See, Sanchez was racing with Haley Deegan. He turns Haley Deegan up in the outside wall, cleans out Jason White, goes down to Enfinger, bounces off of Zane Smith and Greenfield. He goes crashing the outside wall. Dean Thompson takes a hard hit behind us, and I see a big hit right there from the 61 of Jake Drew, piling into Ryan Vargas's truck. But wow, look at that. Nick Sanchez, one of our championship contenders, could not afford to be in this crash, gets collected, destroyed. Jake Drew as well. Multiple trucks involved in a wild turn of events. As you see, we're going to go back to the front here. Is Rajah Caruth now leading this race? Is Caruth leading over Brett Moffitt, Jack Wood, Colby Howard, Grant Enfinger, and Matt Kraft in this pack of 6 that survived all the carnage that are up here at the front. Caruth will be leading after a wild start to this race in Talladega. Now I move on to lap number 20, I believe, or around lap number 14, sorry. It is the 15 of Tanner Gray leading this race now. Matt Crafton, Eckes behind him, trying to get some spots up here. Daniel Dye somehow back in contention. Corey Roper in the 04 going for second, but it is Tanner Gray leading behind the 9, and Colby Howard's up into the outside wall, way up the track there. He's going to turn by Sawallich down the track. Jack Wood goes around. The 51 is spinning up into Haley Deegan, and Deegan gets slammed in the wall. Now she's spinning. Sanchez gets a piece of it. The 32 of Holmes gets slammed into him. And another caution and another crash here at Talladega. Going to bring out the caution this time for the 9 of Colby Howard, who took, he went all the way from the outside wall, and Sawallich turns him, sends him all the way down the bottom, wipes out Jack Wood. Colby Howard takes a hard hit to the inside wall. Huge contact made for the 9 truck. Glad he's okay, but he is destroyed. Then the 13 of Deegan, of course, got collected in this. As you can see, this all starts when, after Jack Wood gets clipped by Colby Howard right there, Jack Wood saves it and slides right back up, slams Haley Deegan, who has nowhere to go, but into Jason M. White. Then gets clipped by Sanchez, who then gets piled into by Brett Holmes. And that is the extent of this crash as the carnage continues to rack up here in Talladega. Back at the front, though, it is Tanner Gray trying to hold off Matt Crafton for the race lead as they are racing back to the line. Tanner Gray's the lead. Crafton, though, pulls to the inside. Here comes Matt Crafton going for the lead with a crafty move here at Talladega. He's got help from Brett Moffitt in the 34 truck behind him. At the line is going to be Tanner Gray leading at Talladega. As we now move on to the last lap of Stage 1, is the battle now between Tanner Gray and Brett Moffitt still for the stage win. Here, duking it out up here. You still got a pack in contention. Purdy, Crafton, Eckes, Daniel Dye, and Finger all in the mix, mixing it up for the stage win. Actually, the 19 of Christian Eckes, I believe, is 1 lap down. That's one of our championship contenders. 1 lap down. Cannot afford to do that. Hocevar, as well, has just been put a lap down in 11th. Leaving just 10 on the lead lap as Tanner Gray has the lead, looking for the stage win. He's got help from Brett Moffitt on the outside. He's got to find a way to clear Carson Hocevar here in the 3 and 4 to maintain that lead, which he will. Tanner Gray will maintain the lead. He'll go down, block Hocevar now, and might have the stage win in the bag, which would be his 3rd stage win of the season if he can make it happen here. He, of course, missed the playoffs, but still had a pretty strong end to the season here, having a couple of good runs as we wait for Jack Wood to come across to finish 10th. As we get out, toss the yellow command. Tanner Gray wins stage 1 at Talladega, followed by Brett Moffitt, Chase Purdy, Matt Crafton, Daniel Dye, Daniel Dye's lap truck. Then Grant Enfinger will be 5th. Rajah Caruth is going to come home 6th in the stage. Zane Smith will come home in 7th, keeping up the good momentum after the Bristol win. Then 8th place is going to be the 90th, the 22 of Jason White. Then it'll be Majeski 9th. And it's the 10th place is Jack Wood. Now we want to, coming to the last lap of Stage 2, it is Brett Moffitt now in the lead. Christian Eckes back on the lead lap, now in 2nd, fighting for his life up here in the pack. Tanner Gray, of course, your Stage 1 winner, lurking in 3rd as they come through 3 and 4. Oh, Eckes is slowing down. The 19th Eckes is going to come down pit road on the last lap of the stage with Daniel Dye and Jason M. White. Is going to throw away some crucial stage points that could be huge if he wants to advance to the Championship 4 after Homestead in a couple of weeks. As he'll now throw away stage points, and Brett Moffitt now currently has a stage secured at the moment, so you already toss the yellow command. This lap traffic could play a factor if Moffitt will be able to hold off the 15 of Tanner Gray, who's trying to go for a stage sweep today in Talladega. He's got help. Tanner Gray's got the draft from Corey Roper and Chase Purdy. See already underneath the 34, Brett Moffitt for the lead, and Tanner Gray will take the lead right back on the last lap of the stage from Brett Moffitt here through 3 and 4. He's got help from Corey Roper, the lap truck on the bottom, who's having a tremendous top 10 run for that team. It looks like Tanner Gray might sweep the stages here at Talladega and get his 4th stage win of the season, as he's going to hold off Purdy and Moffitt. As back to the line, Tanner Gray is going to make it happen, as Tanner Gray will win stage 2 and sweep the stages here at Talladega, followed by Brett Moffitt, Chase Purdy, Jack Wood, Christian Eckes, Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Corey Roper, Rajah Caruth, and Grant Enfinger, the top 10 in stage number 2. So So Tanner Gray sweeps the stage. Now we want to just 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Is only 2 trucks basically left on the lead lap here in contentions. They've caught the rest of this pack that's about to go 1 lap down. Is just a KBM trucks. Is now Chase Purdy dueling Jack Wood for the win. One of these KBM drivers is going to get their first career win here in Talladega. Purdy on the outside, Jack Wood on the inside. As Eckes, Brett Moffitt, and Tanner Gray, the last 3 trucks on the lead lap, are right in front of these guys, right in the midst of this battle. Chase Purdy holds off Jack Wood down the backstretch into 3 and 4, holding the lead, trying to get his first career win and get that 4 truck and KBM back for the back to victory lane for the first time since John Hunter Nemechek last season. But now Jack Wood in the bottom, trying to get the 51 truck's 3rd win of the season, backing up to Kyle Busch and William Byron wins earlier this year. But Jack Wood now going to take the lead away from Chase Purdy on the inside through the tri-oval, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Final laps of my Credit One Bank here at Talladega for Jack Wood. Can he hold off Chase Purdy to get his first ever win in the Craftsman Truck Series? Both drivers are fighting for it. One of them is going to get it. One of them is going to come up so heartbreakingly close, but it still looks like it's going to be a guaranteed KBM 1-2 finish here at Talladega, with Wood in the lead and Purdy in second, trying to get by the lap truck of Clay Greenfield. But Jack Wood now going to get by the 04 of Corey Roper, put another truck between himself and Chase Purdy, and increase his chances of securing this win through 3 and 4 for the final time here at Talladega. Jack Wood in the lead. Eckes trying to hang on to the lead lap in a 5th position to bring home a solid top 5 finish. Looks like he will. He throws a huge block on Jack Wood down the line. Chase Purdy looks like he's going to run out of time. It's going to be too little too late, as back to the start-finish line through the tri-oval, Jack Wood gets his first career win at Talladega. Chase Purdy, runner-up, capping off a KBM 1-2 finish here at Talladega. 3rd place will be the 34 Brett Moffitt. Tanner Gray 4th. Christian Eckes, huge 5th place finish for the championship contender. Corey Roper, career best 6th place finish. Daniel Dye 7th. Clay Greenfield 8th. Tyler Ankrum 9th, and Raja Caruth rounds out your top 10 at Talladega as Jack Wood gets his first career win at Talladega, capping off a KBM 1-2 finish, being the only 2 trucks in contention right at the end of it. You see the race results on the left side of your screen and the long list of DNFs from the multiple hard crashes that we witnessed in today's race. And you'll see the updated playoff grid heading to the cutoff at Homestead momentarily. So he's up to playoff grid. Of course, Zane Smith already won at Bristol, clinches his spot in the championship 4. Now heading to the cutoff race at Homestead, the 3 drivers currently in on points. Ty Majeski in by 14 points after surviving, and Christian Eckes up by 8 points after a huge run at Talladega. Then on the bubble, Taylor Gray only above Corey Heim, his teammate, by just 3 points. Heim, your regular season champion. Oh, sorry, he's not your regular season champion, but Heim, one of the favorites, only 3 points out. Nick Sanchez still in the mix, only 4 points below the cut line. Ben Rhodes out by 13, got some work to do. And Stuart Friesen pretty much in a must-win situation at 32 below the cut line, heading to Homestead. So until the next episode, which will be the cutoff at Homestead in 3 weeks, I hope you all have a good one.